Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a video on do's and don'ts, and this is part 2, and this is going to be on the face part. Part 1 is on the eye makeup and part 2 is on the face makeup. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please give me a thumbs up and I'll see you on my next video. So if you want to see how I created this do and don't, please stay tuned. Hi guys, this is the second part of my video. This is going to be on the rest of the face makeup, and I'm going to start on the do side with the, I'm also going to use Old Drugstore with the L'Oreal Pro Matte in Natural Light. It's number 103. So I'm going to just dot some on my face. Try not to overdo it here. And I always try to match the color on my neck, not necessarily my face, because if you notice, most of us, the neck area and the chest area is a little darker than our face because it gets more sun. I mean, at least we should be wearing, if you're not wearing, you should be wearing SPF on your face, also on your neck, but I mean, for some reason that still seems to get dark. And so this is always darker, so you try to match your neck. So it may look like the shade that you're picking is a little darker or a little lighter, it depends. But, you know, it's going to look better in the long run. You don't want that line that tells you, hey, she's got makeup on, she's got like a mask. And I have this lovely thing here, which I normally never get any breakouts, but I don't even know what that is because it's been there for a while. I can't seem to be able to get rid of it. So I'm going to take it a little bit down my neck to try to cover that a little. But as you can see, it blends right in. It's like the same shade. And I try to blend really nicely around the nose because it's always hard to get in that crevice right there. I try not to go too heavy under my eye because I'm already going to use concealer. So I want as little products as possible under my eye so it doesn't crease really bad. Okay, so this is the good side. Now, if you see that you need additional coverage, I usually try to go with like a medium coverage foundation. If you go too heavy, too full coverage, sometimes it can look very cakey and like a mask. So I usually just put a little more where I have the dark spots to try to cover it and try to build it a little bit. But I only do it on the areas that I need it. I don't go all over my face for that. Okay, now we're going to go on the other side. And on the other side, this one is not drugstore. This is Laura Geller and it's Cover Lock. And this is a little heavier foundation, but it's also darker. So I only really wear this in the summer when my skin may be a little darker, but I don't wear it very often. As you can see, the color is much darker. So right now, it really doesn't really match my skin. But, you know, a lot of people just have like one foundation and they use it whether they're dark or they're light, whether it's summer or winter. I don't like to wear heavy foundations in the summer because it's very hot in Florida and I find it very uncomfortable. And this one I'm not going to bring down to my neck so that a lot of people don't, so that you can see that you should always blend it into your neck if it's not the same shade, because otherwise you're going to see that line of demarcation right there and it's not very pretty. So this is a very nice foundation. It's a little more full coverage than the L'Oreal, but it's still nice, but it's just very dark for me right now. And it's also heavier. So even though this is something that, because of the shade, I can probably wear it in the summer more, this is probably more like a, when the weather is cooler foundation. Or if I'm going out at night and I'm not going to be out in the hot, humid, 95-degree weather. But it is a nice foundation. I don't have to do a second, you know, application on the spots right there because it kind of covered it. You can still see a little bit of it, but that's fine. I still want it to look like skin. I don't want it to look like, you know, I have 100 layers of foundation. So on this side, to cover my dark circles, I am going to use a concealer, a corrector, and this is a peach, like a salmon peach, but some of them can be too dark, so be careful. Make sure that, you know, if you're kind of like my skin tone, that you go for the lighter one. If you have a darker skin tone, then you go for the more orangey kind or shade. So I'm going to put just a little bit here, just where the most of the dark is, and I'm going to blend that with my finger. And as you can see, that took away, I'll show you on this one. See how it's really dark? I wasn't going to use any on this one so you could tell the difference. But I just, oh, my eyelashes are getting stuck together. Still a little wet. But I want you to see how it makes a difference on the dark circle. Look. See how it kind of hides them a little bit? So when you go over with the concealer, it's going to make a major difference. And just go lightly. You don't want to go, I'm going to go a lot heavier on this one so you can see the difference. If you go very, very heavy, it adds up, and at the end of your look, you're going to look cakey under your eyes. And we may not be able to hide 100% of our dark circles, but as long as it looks better, you know, I mean, dark circles go with not having a good night's sleep, maturing, genetics. So I'm going to use the Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I'm going to, I like to put it like a little lower and kind of, you know, blend it up. And on this one, I'm going to put heavier right against my lower lid. I like to blend it with my Beauty Blender better than my finger. I think it comes out smoother. Now I do have a little crease here that I like to kind of like, you know, open up my lid a little bit and kind of go over it. So you can see it's making a nice line of the shadow too. This is a nice thing. Oh, I got powder all over my shadows. Okay, now we're going to do the other one. This one, believe it or not, my right lower lid has less creases. I'm messing up my mascara on this one. Hold on one second. It's still not totally dry, and there we go. Otherwise, it's going to look funky. Even though I'm going to have to redo my makeup before going out. But as you can see, the right side looks heavier than the left side. The left side to me looks more natural. You see less dark circles here, but this one, even though the circles are not covered 100%, it looks okay. And it's not cakey. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer here. Because the side of my nose is a little red. And nowhere else. Now if you watch YouTube videos, they tell you to put concealer here and here, but I don't like to do that. I like to put as little as possible. The less product you put on your face, the less problems you're going to have with creasing. Okay, so now we're going to powder. And again, I'm using the Coty Airspun. Very affordable, very nice. If you don't mind the scent, it is very, very scented. So I'm going to go lightly. And before you do this, you want to make sure that everything is smooth and that you don't have any lines, or you won't end up with lines under your eyes. It's going to make the creases permanent. So very, very little. You can see it looks smoother now. Now on this side, I'm gonna put some too. I'm not gonna bake because I feel like I already put so much concealer there that I don't need to bake. I mean, I did put a little more than on the other side, but I don't think I need to bake. So now I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and just do the rest of my face lightly. I just kind of pounce on it, and very, very little. And also down my neck. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, over here, my makeup looks seamless. Over here, can you see that it looks darker on the face than it does on the neck? I have so much powder on me. Whoa. Okay, so now we're gonna do bronzer. Now, I don't always wear bronzer. I usually do it if I'm taking a little more time, if I'm going someplace that I want to do a little more, but to go to work, I normally don't. I usually just do blush. But for the bronzer, this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Bikini Contest, number 740. This is very, very inexpensive. I think it's like $5, but it's great quality. So we're gonna do the dew part first. Very little, I did very little, and just like right under the apple of your eye, right where you see the little, that your face kind of sinks in a little bit, like on the top of your ear. This is where you want to put your bronzer. And very little, and you want to blend it. I don't like to, a lot of people like to contour and kind of like have a big line. I don't like to have a very dark line there. I think it looks funny on me, so I usually try to blend it. Now I'm going to do a little bit on my forehead, very little, because I have very little forehead. Not too much real estate up there. And then I have like powder on my nose. Or in my nose. I usually do like to go a little bit down my neck, just a little bit, just so that everything blends in together. I'm not going to do it on this side because this is a don't side. So this is going to be the don't. And the don't is when you put too much It's kind of hard to do too much with this one. This bronzer really is very user-friendly. It blends really, really nice. It's very soft, so it's kind of hard to overdo it anyway. So we're gonna leave it like that. Okay, then we're going to do blush. Now try to pick a blush that was not super light so that you can see that even if you have a very bright blush, you can make it work. You can, if I can open it, there we go. So this is the Milani Baked Blush, and this is in Berry Amore, or Berry Amore. So this is kind of bright. If you put too much of it, it's going to show. You can also go very natural, so it's up to you how much you want to put on. So this, I'm going to do the dew part first, and you start at the apple of your eye, the apple of your cheek, and you can smile so you can see it a little better, and just blend backwards. Start at the apple and go backwards. And just make sure that you blend, blend, blend. See, you can see it. Now let's do the don't. See, it's just on the apple. I didn't take it back. And it's very, very bright. I don't like that. I don't like to be super bright. I like for everything to blend. Okay, now I'm going to finish the lower lash line before I go any further. Okay, so I'm gonna put the brown back that I had on there before. Kind of connected to your shadow back here, so it looks like it's one fluid color. Everything blends together, and just go like halfway in. See? Now on the other side, I'm gonna go thicker like I had it before. And again, if you like it thicker, go thicker. You know, this, you know, you do what makes you happy, what looks good on you. I don't think this looks good on me. It looks very heavy, very made up, and I don't like it. Okay, now I'm gonna find the skinny brush to do, here we go, to do the light color. And this just kind of brightens your eye a little bit. And I take a little bit of it on the, oops, not on the nose. Kind of missed. This palette is so nice. Really, if you want a nice quality drugstore palette that costs a little more than the average, but that you want to be able to do some really, really special looks, find this one. It's $15 at Walmart, and it is worth every penny. This one and the matte one, it's beautiful. The shades in these palettes are, the way that they blend is I don't have anything negative to say about them. I mean, they're beautiful. So this is, let me put the mascara on my lower lashes. And then we're going to do the lips and the, we're going to do the lips and the highlighter. Oh, here we go. I already got mascara on my lid. I like to use a mascara with a very skinny wand on my lower lashes. You would think, as many years as I've been putting on makeup, I should be able to put mascara on with, you know, my eyes closed and without getting any on my face. I think that's just a little flake though. I don't think that's actual anything that's gonna make a big mess on my face. We will see. Yep. Okay, so this is the finished look for the eye. I like this a lot better. I think this looks more natural, more, I don't know, more age appropriate for me. This is a little muddy, a little murky. I mean, too much, you know, not blended quite right. In a hurry. You have to take your time. I know sometimes it's annoying to blend, but I mean, you do have to be patient. So let's put on a little bit of highlighter. And highlighter is something that I like. I like highlighters that are subtle, that are not super bright in your face. And I do have some of them like that I still use, but I go very, very lightly. So this is the Makeup Revolution. I'm sorry, I do that all the time. The NYX, and this is the Illuminator. And this is in the shade Enigmatic. And this is very, very subtle. And as you can see, I stuck my fingernail in there. I'm marking my territory, make sure that everybody knows it's mine. So I use a small brush, and I just do it very lightly on the top of my cheekbone, just to give it a little bit of glow. Nothing, ooh, you know, crazy. And that's it. Sometimes I put a little bit over my Cupid's bow, but that pretty much comes off when you put lipstick on anyway, so Okay, on the other side, I am going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome, and this is in Molten Rose Gold. And this is very pretty, but this is it can be very bam in your face if you're not careful. So we're gonna see how bam in your face we can make it. I don't like to bring it all the way to the front because look, you can see the texture on my face. On this one, I kept it in the back so it's not over my pores. And this one, if I bring it up too much, you can see my pores, you can see the texture on my face. It's too bright. So I definitely like the other side much better. You have a little bit of brightness there, a lot there, showing all the texture. So now we're going to do lips, and for my lips I'm going to use the same lip liner on both sides, and this is Kokie, a Kokie lip liner, and you used to be able to find this at Walmart. I don't know if they still carry it at Walmart, but it's a very pretty natural shade. I know that L'Oreal has a very natural shade like this, and also does Milani. I think it's the Milani one, I think it's called Natural. So I'm going to use this on the whole lip, and then we'll use the different lipsticks on each side. Actually, I'm going to use the lip liner on the dew side, and then do the lipstick on the other side without the lip liner to see, so you can see the difference. And this is very creamy. Okay. And I'm using the Too Faced lipstick. This is a new line, the natural line, and this is in Birthday Suit. I know it's not drugstore, but it's one of my favorite lipsticks. And on the other side, I'm going to use Dose of Colors, and this is in the shade Lazy Days. Wow, small writing on these things. Now the colors are very similar, and that's why I picked this one. The Dose of Colors is a matte liquid lip. So in a second it's going to dry. And I'm going to show you how the lines on your lips will be more pronounced on the liquid lip side than it is on the lipstick side. The Too Faced lipstick is very moisturizing. It's not like a balm, but definitely has a lot of moisture, and your lips it feels like you don't have anything on your lips. They feel very, very comfortable. Now, if you can see, so usually what I do, which kind of defeats the purpose of a liquid lip, because they're supposed to be drying, a little drying, so that it stays on your lip longer, I do like to put a lip gloss on it. And that takes away all of the dryness of the lip, and it makes everything look a lot better. So as you can see, this is the finished look, and this is the don't, and this is the do. And not everything in the don't can be fixed, or you know, maybe it's a matter of preference. I just don't like my blush to be so bam in your face, or the highlighter. Definitely the brow is something that I can't do that. The other brow looks a lot more natural, like it's my brow, and you know, just filled in. And this one just looks like, I don't know, like a fake brow. And it's even, I mean, when you put so much product, it doesn't even stay on. It's already trying to kind of come off the top here. And then if your face gets wet, who knows what happens. So the lipsticks are very similar in color. Now that I put the gloss on top, it pretty much looks like the same lipstick. So let me know if you like this video, if there's anything else you would like for me to film for you. You know, if there were any tips that I gave you that you're able to use. I hope so. I hope that this was helpful. If, again, you know, if some of the things that I say don'ts are the things that you like, then that's fine. They just don't work for me. So please don't take offense. So I think makeup, like I said before, is something that is just to make us happy. At the end of the day, it all washes off, and you know, we do what makes us feel good about ourselves. So thank you so much for spending time with me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.